Good evening and salutations, my B&B fans. Between Friday's episode and today's episode, it's just been so weird, right? Not the kiss part, right? With Hope and Thomas, but the fact that they went that entire episode and did not for once sit there and talk about that. Okay? They didn't sit and talk about the kids, anything like that. What did it mean? They went out practically on a date. She's spent there taking pictures with her fans. It's like, okay. And then today's episode, they get on a plane and she's like, what happens in Rome stays in Rome. And I'm like, wait, what? Thomas just has that look in his face, but he's just like, oh, okay. And first of all, I'm like, I mean, granted, I just, it literally made no sense. We went from them hanging out, acting like there was nothing wrong, to now she wants to sit there and keep things nipped in the bud because she misses her family, this, that, and the third. So the whole time, you got Steffi that is just giving Hope the death glare. Okay? Let me tell you something about this actress. When it comes towards her iconic stares, I don't know if it's her eyebrows, her eyes, something about her expressions just is like when she don't like you, mm, 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 mm. Like if looks can kill, she'll be slaying them all day. Okay. So the whole time she's sitting there looking at both of them and just like, she's having a little drink and everything. And she's sitting there talking to Hope. And she's the words that she's using is very sharp. Right? And Hope is like, well, I'm just kind of hoping that, we had such a successful event that, we don't kind of end up on bad terms. And she's sitting there like, oh, I get it. My mom and your dad is, back together. But, Taylor, she'll find her way or something like that. And meanwhile, Steffi, I guess, is just not going to confront them on a plane because I don't really know why at this point. So you got Carter there and, you know, this whole plane ride is just very weird. Even the hopes that they're talking to Thomas about um how successful their event was and everything like that, it just felt really just awkward. Meanwhile, they're all sitting there waiting for Rich and Brooke to come on the plane, right? All waiting. All just sitting there, just waiting on the tarmac, just kind of chilling. Meanwhile, you got Brooke and Rich just kind of going out on a date, right? Just going on a date. Everyone's sitting there waiting for them. They're having a dinner. They're being serenaded by some guy that I'd never heard of. Um, using the most cheesiest romance quotes from any given romance novel that they could have just probably picked up from, like, I don't know, a 99-cent store or something. And so that's pretty much all they do. It's just that they go on a date, they quote unquote reconnect. And so for the Brooke and Rich fans, you're going to be happy. Um, Again, I still have no idea who the hell this guy is. I know that they were meant to talk about it in the previews like 2 weeks ago or something like that. I was like, oh, was it singing good? I fast forward through it, so you're going to have to sit there and tell me was it singing good or not. But that was it for the most part. That's the sad thing is that nothing. Oh, no, that's not true. That's not true. Totally forgot. Liam is just heartbroken, right? He's just heartbroken. Now, from what I understand, he did actually did ping pong between those two women. One cheating on somebody. So, my whole thing is like I find it very difficult to have any sort of sympathy for somebody who got cheated on when they cheated on other people in the past. It's the same thing with Elena on Days of Our Lives. It's like, I mean, not Days of Our Lives. The Young and the Restless. It's like I don't feel bad for you. You literally sat there and cheated on somebody else. And you think I'm gonna like feel anything for you? So I'm sitting there looking at Liam, and he's like crying and sobbing and just distraught. I'm just like, man, that's a shame. Karma. And Wyatt came over. Wyatt has to sit there and hear the whole thing. Um, and just the way he was described, it's like she kissed him. He was totally surprised by it. And it caught him off guard, and I was looking at it wrong, and Steffi was right, and so now she's going to just go back to LA, just pretend like everything's just all peachy and chill. And people are there saying that Liam is just going to sit there and just play along, right? He's not going to sit there and confront her right off the bat. He's going to sit there and play along and see how long it takes before, she confesses. Before he probably just gets upset and just confronts her about it. Now, while Steffi was really upset with that, was upset with those two. Not at one point in time did she actually think about that kiss that Liam planted on her. Not at one point in time. How she actually texted him, sit there and say, "Hey, what's going on? Are you okay? Where are you?" Just to find out where he's at. But you didn't sit there and text him, or you didn't sit there did you sit there and think about calling him and be like, "Yo, the way this episode is, it feels so choppy." Because now I'm sitting there thinking about it. I'm like, well, I feel like we skipped the scene, right? So we just got Liam kissing Steffi. Then next scene, the next episode, he just flies back to LA. And I'm like, so was she not just going to sit there and confront him right after he kissed her? Because I feel like there's a part that's just missing. And it's almost like, oh, yeah, I almost kind of forgot to write that in there. Like, what? So now we're going to have to sit there and wait for a couple of days before Steffi's just like, yo, what the hell? What were you thinking? Like, first of all, we haven't been thinking a hot minute. Second, well, one, I'm married. And two, what the hell was that? So it just feels like that whole scene is just snip, snip, snip for some odd reason. How long has this show been on the air for? Like 30, 35 something years? This is amazing. This is amazing. I feel like that's pretty much about it now. Yeah, why was dead and why just want to leave? Because, Liam wanted to be alone. Liam, why it's going to sit there and go off on Hope. You know why it's going to go off on Hope. Why it's going to go off on Hope, I don't know how Dollar Bill's going to sit there and take that. I don't know how he's going to sit there and take that. Wyatt, on the other hand, yeah, he's going to go off on her. I feel like that's about it. I can't think of anything else that wound up happening. So if I missed anything, you know what to do. Come to the live stream tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. We'll sit there and talk about all of them, B&B, Days, YR, and GH. With that being said, I'm going to go. Thank you for watching. Stay safe. And I'll see you in the next video.